Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. In today's show, Computer Wednesday, we're going to talk about collateral damage of AI, what's actually happening in 2026. Now, before we understand deeper into the consequence of AI, we have to understand what the hell is AI. Well, here's AI is a computer software as of now that does work for you, meaning it is not as same as dumb computation machine. For example, could you have asked basically an old computer to do a calculation for you? Yes, but you have to talk to it. As in, you have to learn its command instruction, its language, it's everything, so you can put your thought properly so computer can understand. Then computer is like cut, 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 number. And yes, there used to be mechanical computer that did cut, 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 cut. So that was the old era, old computers. AI is different. Now AI can take natural input. That is the biggest jump. As in, you don't have to learn its language, it can understand your language. As in, hey, I would like to understand the performance delta between this and all that. It will not get stuck in this word. Like the old computer, it will get stuck. Oh, you misplaced a semicolon, your program does not run. AI is like, I got you, fam. So it can understand natural language, human text, video, images, or all of it. That is a biggest jump. That's basically, if you have seen Iron Man in 2009, Jarvis, basically we are not there yet where Jarvis action can be done. However, Jarvis understanding is there, meaning your Gemini can understand most, again, if there is some voice system, but more often than not you can talk to it and it will understand okay enough, which, mind you, that was like unimaginable in 2009. Now we take it for granted. And then it will process it with some level of wisdom. And this is why it's dangerous for students. This is why this is like, if you want to delete your students, this is what you do. Have AI there. Why? It has contextual error correction. For example, if you're writing a language, computer coding language, and it fails to compile, you have to, older days, you have to force yourself to go through every single line, double, triple check everything, and then you'll find, oh, I misplaced this semicolon. You have to internalize the whole structure because, again, computer is dumb. Garbage in equals garbage out. AI is not like that. If you wrote something like this, like, hey, I have something like this, it can, it's like, okay, I see what he's trying to do. That's horrifying. Meaning it has contextual error correction, and it is fault tolerant also, meaning if you mistyped a word or spelling or misspoke, it can understand from context, hey, this is what he wanted to say. Yeah, that's why I said, like, for students this is really bad, meaning students that had to do the whole memorization of the language on a core level versus someone now, if the AI is working great, they're good. If AI stops, they did. If AI gets corrupted or starts to hallucinate, they did. They can't fix it. So fundamentally, this is the reason why this actually takes off this horsepower, as in intellectual hard work that we used to do, that can be taken off. And it can do compute tasks, because again, AI is not supposed to understand, it's supposed to do things for you. Like, how does it do that? That's up to it. That's the black box magic. It can do that. Meaning, if I can ask it, like, I have this software idea, it can write the codes for me, where it can is like, okay, I got this. What you want? Okay, I'm gonna talk to the computer, and then the computer is gonna do things for it. It will write the structure codes and all that. So, and hopefully provide human-wished output, whatever I actually wish for. For example, I can ask nowadays for AI to write my Arduino sketches, because I'm not a programmer, I can't do that. It can do that for me. Now, this is AI. Complexity, competency, that's a different thing, but this is AI, as in, it's not garbage in equals garbage out. It still applies on a broader scale, meaning if the training data is garbage, output will be garbage, but like on a user scale, it has switched that point. You can put anything in and something useful out can happen. So AI mathematical core was built in 1986. Let that be very, this is what we are using right now. There were much more what you call fundamental mathematical models that were built long ago, before that. If you have watched any old TV show like Star Trek Next Generation, 1980s TV show, that has this word like multiple times. Oh, I'm running on neural network. Did not make sense when I watched recently. Then I said, oh, wait a minute, the math was there. It's not added post-production, it was there in the original script. So Jeffrey Hinton, this gentleman got what you call Nobel Prize for that. And like, what did his math do? Well, basically force the neural mathematics here. Like, how does the neurons physically behaves? He ported that into mathematics and created the structure. And this is why one thing you will keep hearing, we don't know how AI works. Again, if we did, AI would not hallucinate. We don't know. So what do we know? Well, we use his mathematics to create a seed structure, so to say. Basically, we grow it. Now, the bigger, the more complex, we do not know what the output would be. Basically, we are steering it. We are not commanding it. It's like computer code, command it. It's like, this is what you have to do. AI is like, try to do this. Oh, it's not. Okay, delete this, retrain it. Okay, now it's doing it. Basically, you have a seed, then you hope for the tree. Now, you can do that. Like a mango tree, a mango seed will give you a mango tree. Here still, how tall is that mango tree? You don't know. How many leaves it has? You don't know. So that's why AI has crossed that threshold. If any time, oh, we understand AI. No, we don't. All mathematicians will tell you, we train for it. As in like, this is the starting point, this is the end point, hope it gets there. That's why all AI has hallucination issues. Now, less or more, and again, people are trying to improve the mathematics, like, because again, if our brain mathematics can solve all of these puppy issues in under 100 watt of thermal capacity, we should not need gigawatts of power to do a normal AI thing, but maybe it can do. Again, math is early phase right now. So if we are working on 1986 math, imagine mathematics of year 2020. So world got the first taste of true basic AI in 30 November 2022. Let there be a math done, sorted long ago, Nobel Prize done, sorted long ago. But the first time public got not a chatbot, a full-fledged AI. Let that be very clear. When I'm talking AI, people, oh, it's just a fancy chatbot. No, it's not. A fancy chatbot does not have these characteristics, as in it cannot tolerate messy input. It cannot handle what you are actually trying to. Again, you might discuss that it's not good enough. That's fair enough, but it is AI. Sloppy, incompetent, that's a different thing, but AI. And public, that's why this hype happened. ChatGPT became a big deal because of that. And whole market went crazy, planet-wide. It's like complete cuckoo, so to say. Because the dream, we always wanted this dream where it's like, watch all our older TV shows. Computer does the work for us, even the thinking work and all that. So this is the first hint that can physically happen in our real life. So money spent that we are going on this right now, it dwarfs anything on fast. It dwarfs Cold War spending, as in the money we spent on Apollo project, lol. The money we spent on Manhattan project, lol. Money spent on world wars, lol. Like the amount of money we are burning in only 3 years, let that be very clear. This was started, the whole, kaboom happened in November 2020. So let's say 2023. It's horrifying. Now, how the heck it got so out of hand? Well, Delulu is the reason for that, delusion. Now, here's the AI as of now. What is the difference in 2023 to 2026? It's still very limited. It's still very random. That's why, like, you can't just start a multi-trillion-dollar company where it's like, okay, I have this AI agent, it works and it does the thing. It's like, yeah, there are hundreds of companies selling you services that does that. None of them work good enough where it's like, I want this, make it. Like, good luck. You might get something that works, but will it be scalable? Will it be maintainable? Would you be able to refine? Will it be security tight? Once you actually have to do all of those things, then you realize, okay, that's why it takes thousands of programmers to write a basic code. So fundamentally, right now, it's not. Now, could it reach that point? Theoretically, it should. We are not there yet. Now, hype made it's like it's the next best thing. Is it the next best thing? Maybe, maybe not. But as of now, companies are placing order. Again, hype said that this will be the next best thing. This was our dream. So companies are starting to place orders. Like, okay, we want to train our AI. Okay, cool, awesome. Where the heck are you getting the money? No, we are not getting money. We are selling the future. So they are starting to take money with no concrete plan or even theoretical mathematics of what we call ROI. It can't be done. For example, if you're a company that took out a loan for $500 billion product, where it's like, well, this data center is $500 billion. Now, you might sound that's not that big. No, there is nothing that is $500 billion worth. Like nothing. Like aircraft carriers, like, super carriers and all that. Those are barely $22 billion. Nothing is worth that much. Like, you can claim value, but nothing is worth that much. Like, this is the cost of a city, of a civilization. It's not cost of a goddamn data processor. Like, there is nothing. Because at the end of the day, how the heck it will make money? First problem, it has to make money within a time frame before its hardware become obsolete. So whatever time frame may be, let's say I'm being way too optimistic, 5 years. So you have to divide that 500 billion to, okay, 100 billion per year. Who is paying you $100 billion per year? Like army contracts are not that much. Like literally not that much. If army start to spend that much $1 billion per year, yeah, and again, to do what? On again, if one company, like, let's say Manhattan Project was that expensive because it was the end game weapon. Okay, fine. Every other AI company is doing that. There is not enough free capital for $1 trillion in recovery. There is nothing that can give you like, oh, $4 trillion. It's like, no. Like, what is your, like, for example, where is this money is going to come from right now? The dream is we're going to fire all our human labor and we're going to replace this with AI system. Again, let's say we scale down by a factor of 10,000. So you used to have 100,000 employees, now you have let's say 1,000 employees. Cool, awesome, great. That's why the firings happened. Okay. How much money you are paying? You are not paying that much. Executive pay is exponentially higher. For example, if you are working in Apple, your pay would be 1. If you are Apple executive, basically the CEO class and all, something like that, basically the investor class, yeah, your pay would be 1500x. So money is not in that department. There is not bucket big enough where you had that money. Money was not there. It's like, I'm going to replace where I'm burning $1 billion annually with $100 billion annually. Yeah, that's not happening. So there is no theoretical, again, if one company, maybe you can push it. If 10 companies are doing this, or even 5 companies are doing it, where everybody is just opening their mouth, oh, it's a $500 billion project. It's like, the if. So there is no ROI. It cannot even happen. Theoretically, world economy will collapse if you try to do that. So that happened. And companies started to do layoff. Now this layoff had a very, what we call, cascading failure. And like, again, right now, the worst, what you call, AI industry had a, what you call, profound impact of human psychology. Basically, the newest sector in this world is only what you call telecommunication and IT, so to say. Before that, like, okay, where were you? Plumber, it was there for thousands of years. Woodworker, thousands of years. Stone workers, thousands of years. Manufacturing, thousands of years. Again, you will the modern industry and manufacturing, that's a different thing. But metal worker, we had that for thousands of years. So everything was same. The only new thing, like, your cook, 10,000 years. So the only new thing that is big enough and bold enough was IT sector. A lot of people looked into IT sector to make money. Heck, India had its own Silicon Valley known as Bengaluru because of that. Like, you could learn, average middle class person's child can learn this sector, go into this and actually become decent, well off. You destroyed that dream. Like a lot of students, this I'm hearing right now because of those layoff. And again, if those men are married, they have to make money, otherwise they will be killed. So again, government will come up to you, behead you and all that. So they call it alimony. So they have to make money, otherwise they will actually be deleted or put into jail, depending on your country. So they're like, they will work for any money, meaning you have 10 years experience and you are, again, everybody is laying off, so you are not getting high paying job and everybody is trying to get any job. At that point in time, why would you hire a student that is uncooked versus someone is 10-year veteran? And if 10-year veteran is not that good enough, again, you will know very soon. At least it knows how to work in a company for 10 years. So that it's like no new students are getting in. And the people who are there, they are losing their faith. They are like, dude, instead of getting human written code, which you could easily tell, oh, this is a junior, that's why like not very clean and methodic, mid-level. It's like there is some spark there. And then it's like senior level code, super easy to maintain, robust. And now it's like, lol. So that damage happened. It's not could happen, would happen. It is happening right now. A lot of colleges, computer graduates are like, dude, we are not gonna get able to pay off the debt that we are acquiring. They just can't. So AI right now is not that good. Like, no matter how much hype Claude does, it's not there yet where it's like, okay, fire the employees, this 5 employee will do the job of 5,000. It's not there. It could reach that, not anytime soon. And okay, if I am seeing that, they must be seeing it. Yes, they are. So what is their mathematical justification? It's called brain damage, known as risk of underinvesting in AI. Now, have humanity ever done this sort of brain damage? Well, yes, that's the literally definition of all the bubbles. So for example, Sundar Pichai is like, if we do not go all out on AI and some magical breakthrough happens, we will be deleted from reality. Is that true? No. That's the same brain damage that destroyed USSR. USSR, they could have accepted mine is not as bigger as USA, but they did not. And they're like, no, mine's bigger than yours. So they burnt money. No, mine is even bigger than yours. But only difference was USA had the money to endure it. Soviet Union did not, and they went kaput. It's the same thing. Basically, all of these companies are like, oh, what if they crack AI? No, they won't. Mathematically, they can't. If your mathematics require a data center, this is 100 watts of puppy. If you need gigawatt data center, this already won. That is already useless. Like done, mathematics is done. Let it cook, let it refine. Have some research, have some crunching happening on the side. This guy comes along, is like, I have new card which can do more crunching, less power consumption. Bro, let me do ROI on the first card that I bought. How about that? How about that? And be mindful, all of this brain damage happened in 3 years. So everybody is doing that, like, and I'm finally noticing economists are also talking. It's like NVIDIA is funding OpenAI, so OpenAI can buy NVIDIA hardware. I'm like, what the hell is this? Now people are openly saying, dude, that's just debt. You are literally acquiring debt which you can't pay off. And I get it. Wajahnshin Huan is like, persistent AI negativity is hurting society and it has done a lot of damage. I'm like, it has done a lot of damage to that number, 4 trillion. NVIDIA can never be 4 trillion worth. It's not selling life. It's not that worth. Like pharmaceutical company cannot be that worth. And they actually save life. So, okay. Delulu happened. Where's the consequence? Consequence, resource consequence. Now, planet does not have enough resources. Again, you can have 10 trillion people on Earth. Again, it will expand in space if we do that. But you do not have enough of anything if you do meaningless data center, like flat out, just no. And there are two types of data center. One is data storage. For example, if you have to make a center for YouTube, of course, it has some crunching AI and all that stuff, but it's negligible. The power size is huge. Power consumption is negligible compared to a crunching center. Basically, a Gemini data center versus a YouTube data center, they are not on the same level. So data center, and which again, we know mathematically it cannot have ROI. It just cannot. Fundamentally, it cannot. So, and they are destroying remote communities, because again, if you did that in city, enough people live there that it will cause a ruckus and it will be a bad thing, and not to mention it will cost more. So they are going into remote areas and destroying them. And all environmental protection, they are just like, lol, EFU. For example, you must have heard like data center is causing air poisoning. It's like, how the heck that's happening? Oh, data center is being built in middle of nowhere. What is missing in middle of nowhere? There is no power lines. Power line takes months to years depending on what is the nearest large data node. So they are building their own gas generator power plant, as in like turbine engines. Now, like, isn't that like a normal peaker power plant? Yes and no. Normal peaker plant has to go through environmental regulations. So they use the same hardware. Hardware is the same. Like the jet engine, General Electric jet engine, they have the system. Cool, fine. But they have a giant, what you call emission suppression system. Meaning they'll take it, but all the SOx basically and the NOx will be filtered out. They are just like, lol, let's just dump it. Let's just delete these people with lung cancer. Lol. And again, that's how we are knowing that these things are just like lol. And again, legally it should not be even allowed. Like, it should not even be allowed. How the heck that happened is beyond it. Like, if a person, and be mindful, these what you call regions have such strict rules that if you put a generator that is like, old generator and all that, they will come to your house and destroy your life. And these people are like, let me poison all the people because F you. And they're doing it. Today they're doing it. Be it Amazon, be it Elon, be it whatever, all of them. All of them is like, oh, we are running a jet power plant that does not have emission control system on site because F you. That's why the pollution part, if you keep hearing why there is pollution, that's why. Yes, let me be very clear, not all data centers are like this. Many are. If people are screaming, that's why they are screaming. Another aspect is noise pollution. If you have these things running without required, suppressions, God help you, the base load noise level will be higher. And you are like, okay, but it's 60, 70 decibel. That was the only selling point of those remote locations, that you can be in peace and quiet. That peace and quiet with a hum, that like, that is brutal. And you're like, okay, what if they are getting power? Let's just say they had this for short term, they got the power line. Would that noise go away? No. Now the noise floor will change and they will have noise of radiators. 1 or 2 radiator does not matter. Gigawatts of radiator do matter. And these are not coal power plant. Coal power plant radiators are also the same size, but again, that's why they look like this. They can dissipate gigawatts of power. Whatever the coal power plant rating is, multiply by 3, generally, that's the rating of these puppies. 3 or 2, again, 3 is a conservative approach. So the noise there is bonkers. You can be near to it. Again, it will be bad for your lungs because of super duper hyper high humidity, but this will be bad for your lungs and cancer and your ears also. Again, the radiator noise is loud. So, and so far, half cooked. Then you have excessive water use. Again, let that be very clear. Not all data centers are the same. Same way, like not all data centers have this sort of poisonous output. Many do. Some data centers are pushed into what you call dry area, as in very high temperature area, as in their chillers cannot chill the data center and have heat going out in the condenser unit. So condenser unit requires massive amount of water flow to evaporate. Basically, condenser units are behaving like this. Now, small amount, who cares? Gigawatt of electrical energy going in, that means your condenser is literally pulling out at least gigawatt plus its own self. So let's say gigawatt 1.1 gigawatt of thermal output. If you have to dump 1.1 gigawatt of output, you can do the calculation how much water it will take. It's high. Now, some people say, oh, it's not that bad. It is bad for regions that did not have the infrastructure to handle it. They do not have the water table to handle it. Then it's an issue. Yes, the total number is not that huge. It is a huge in a place where it's not designed to. And civilian population are like, okay, why my tap is not giving water? Okay, you are deafening me. You are giving me lung cancer. You are destroying my mental peace. Great. Why the heck I'm not getting water? Oh, because your data center is drinking it. Again, let them be very clear, not all data center, and the grand total amount may be small, but it is huge to people who are living in that area. On top of that, where it is huge is the power plant. All coal power plants in America were almost on a toned down method, where it's like, you know what, we are only providing grid inertia, we are only providing basically night load power, and again, wind and solar immigrations into grid sector allowed them to, like, you know, chill, and everything was fine. So if they had like 3 of them, all coal power plants are generally multi-units. So if you see 3 of them, generally means there are 3 turbo generator. So they have 3 coal fire furnace, 3 boilers, 3 turbines, and 3 turbo generators. And generally only one would be running if they are on the, you know, lower side, where it's like, you know what, power demand is not high enough. Now all of the coal power plants in all region where they have this brain damage known as AI, all of them are running all out, like they are drinking water like there is no. And yes, they do drink water. They drink water. Like your data center, these puppies, your reservoir disappears. Done, go home, delete. So yeah, that is an issue. So power production is consuming. Again, I have seen people depressing the fact of, like, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Fine. This is a big deal. This is humongous deal. This is like your future will not exist kind of deal. So you have no water, no clean air, no sound environment, and what are you getting? Nothing. Oh, so far, half bad. Now they're like, okay, the power plants, they're like, hey, because we are ramping up all the production, it will put extra strain on our equipment. We have to charge higher. It's like, because everybody is brain damaged, they're like, okay, instead of paying, let's just take a number, 4 rupees per unit of electricity, we'll charge you 6 rupees per unit. Now here's the AI running on free money. They're like, okay, charge 10. Now it's like, okay, why would they want to increase it? Well, if they increase it, it will force all the coal power plants to dump all the electricity into AI. It's like bidding it. And then they will increase the price on household, where it's like, dude, we can't give you electricity because, you know, they are buying it and you have to bid against it. So everybody's power will go up. Yeah, Americans are gonna die. Now that is the damage that happened on the resource front. Now you might say, I'm living in India, might be protected from there, or South Korea protected that. Compute, it will come to you. So the whole silicon industry pivoted to AI. Now silicon is a slow, methodic, slowly growing industry because, again, it is expensive. AI just went kaboom. So basically you're so when this 10x growth happened, everything went into, meaning the wafers manufacturing did not scale up quickly. It can't scale up quickly. And many of them are almost like hesitant. They know, like, it's a bubble. It's like, I don't want to expand it because once your bubble pops, I have to tone down my profit. So it's like, you know what, we're gonna wing it. So basically all the wafers, they require a bidding war, so to say. And that bidding war was always there. It was just that minor fluctuation to, okay, you used to take, let's just say, $100 per wafer. Now it's $1 million per wafer. And yes, that's why those data centers are that stupid price. They are charging that much. So everything is going into basically the wafer, the actual silicon wafer, instead of going into consumer hardware, it is literally going into what you call AI systems. So everything is becoming higher, meaning your CPU, your GPU, your basically every silicon bit in every sector is becoming expensive because the silicon ingots is priced out of everything. Like that ingot supposed to be, let's say, $10,000, now it's like, yeah, $50 million. That's how stupid it has become. So yeah, that's full cuckoo. And then you have RAM foundries. Again, AI companies do know that without RAM chips there it does not exist AI. And no matter how greedy Nvidia will be, like, Nvidia has brain. It's like, bro, if HBM stops, all our chips stop. So they're like, no, let's make sure they also have some stock. And again, it's like, self-leveling. Like, all these companies, they will not try to increase price of power companies, because if power goes away, your power plant goes away. It's like, oh, but I heard they are working on nuclear. Yeah, by the time they will get nuclear power plant built, this bubble would have been popped. So that's why they are going all out on coal power plant and putting natural gas power plant into a place where it should not be, because yes, America. So RAM price just went stupid at this point, because again, instead of making normal RAM chips, why not make HBM chips? HBM chips, should be 5x more the price. Now they are able to sell at 10x more the price, and they are selling it. It's like, why I will waste silicon on low price items? Jack up the price. So fundamentally, like, I have to say, I never used to think about RAM, and I've been building computer for long enough. Like, I had DDR3, went to DDR4. Oh no, I had DDR2, then went to DDR3, then went to DDR5. So never used to think about it. And I was thinking, like, in my current computer, I'm only 32 gigs DDR5. I'll buy 2 more and I'll just plonk it. It's like, lol. So brutal. Like, that era is gone. That era is flat out gone. Everything is going all into AI systems. So fundamentally, even hard drives are going up. It's like, why? Well, here's the deal. Flash chips are becoming expensive because, again, they need SSD, enterprise SSDs. So of course they will funnel all the civilian into that. HDD is like, they do need cold storage. Need basically storage where it's like, okay, I trained this multi-trillion parameter model. I need to save it, like, as a benchmarking point. It's like, this is that, and then, like, again, that they would love to store it to SSD. They can't afford it. So hard drives. So all the companies like Western Digital and SanDisk and all that, they're like, instead of making 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 4 terabytes, so basically civilian grade, just make 22 terabytes, 40 terabytes. And those things are selling at bonkers prices, like $800, $900, those sort of stupid price. So everything is stupid. And so far, you're like, okay, what is left? Well, nothing. Internet providers are also burning up. They are like, all internet have some crawl traffic. Some crawlers are always there from search engine. It was there to be expected. Almost everybody planned around it. AI crawlers are much more brutal. They go there and they run scripts. They're actually like simulating almost like a person, like what a person will do, a scan and all that. So throughput that used to be like, okay, I'm burning 1 gigabyte per hour. It's like hundreds of gigabyte per hour, and it destroyed a lot of small business. Where it's like, dude, I had website, and websites, the current business model is you charge, you go to Amazon Web Services. Amazon Web Service would be like, okay, if you have low traffic, we'll put you in this bucket. If your traffic spikes, then we'll charge you more, and if traffic goes back, we'll keep it down. And it has been working fine for last 10 years, but now everything is getting spiked. And these people are like, dude, why the heck my internet budget is like, 10 times my operating profit? So even ISP is getting destroyed. And all these data centers, like, we had a nice area. What if we put data center there? We have a nice area. Wouldn't it be nice if we put data center there? Wouldn't it be nice to put data center there? Wouldn't it be nice to put data center there? All of these data centers are drinking, basically, world fiber. Again, fiber primary shortage is because of Russia-Ukraine war. Secondary is because of this. So all of these things being funneled into there. It's almost like a virus that is expanding so much that is destroying the host. So compute is also gone, and that is worldwide. So what can we have in the future? Well, here's the deal. It's our money. That's the tragic part of it. It's like, it's literally our kidneys being sold and we cannot do anything about it. So it's our future, and they're toying with it without any consequence. It's like, have you seen what all these AI people are talking? It's like, I know you are brain dead. I know you hate humanity. But like, come on, like, some guy actually said, I'm not going to tell the name. You should be able to figure it out. It's like, I do not know how people raise children without AI. I'm not joking. This is a real person. So fundamentally, this is cruel. And irony of it is, the youngest profession, globally speaking, programming, they are basically almost like a virus. Like, humanity should not have built that. We built programming built the brain, and brain deleted all other jobs. So it's like, it's tragic. And again, the layoffs did distort the market right now. If you have any student in computer science, ask them how hard it is for them to get any decent paying job. Like that used to be the only good thing. It's like everyone's like, work in McDonald's. No, you're gonna starve to death. There is nothing happening in McDonald's. Like, Asman Gold says like, oh, if you had worked in McDonald's, you would have gone to regional manager. It's like, yeah, that's not happening. We reached that saturation because again, if there's 5 workers going there, that means all 5 cannot become the manager, right? Like by mathematics, 4 will not become the managers. And again, even in that, you are replacing all of them with kiosks. So yeah, things are not looking good for anybody in any sector. And it's they realize like if they were remaining naked, like I'm just IPO, they will collapse on its own. Like how Nikola collapsed, how Theranos collapsed, or they would collapse on its own. But they're like, okay, what if we killed everybody? So this guy, the first villain, is like, what if I take my $40 billion negative money burning party annually? What if I annulled it into SpaceX? What if I spread brain damage and people buy the brain damage, where it's like, SpaceX is a space company. No, it's an AI company masquerading as a space company. So it's like, oh, $10 billion gaming asset, so to say, which is SpaceX and Starlink, and then $40 billion money burning. So what if I hide all of them? It did that in February, if I'm not mistaken, February 2026. And then what if I do not know who they bribed. I do not know what brain damage was done. They're like, okay, index funds, that's the what you call world stabilizing organization mathematically. It's like, okay, you have an organization where they know the value of this. They're like, if you are in the market, you have to stay there for at least 3 months or 4 months to stabilize it, to reduce that original initial oscillation, so to say, mathematically. They have learned their lesson. It's like, we're not going to allow any Tom, Dick and Harry company to come in. Imagine Theranos got into index funds. It would have destroyed the world. It's like, no. But what if we give you brain damage? Now, what if you change the law so we can get into it? Boom. Now we all die. So fundamentally, it's poisoning index fund. Now, why does that matter? Your pension is there. Your insurance is there. Everything of yours is there. Literally, worldwide, planet-wide. It will not be limited to, America goes kaboom, we are fine. No. We recently had a minor oopsie in SK Hynix and in Samsung. Because of that AI oopsie, it deleted so much money from South Korean stock market. It was horrifying. So that's why I said, like, it's poisoning everything. And because of the collateral damage that will happen once this bubble goes boom, that government has to burn every single tax dollar it has to save them. And that will result in all your tax dollar saving their yachts rather than school, colleges, who needs those, and more inflation. So like, I'm starting to understand how people felt during Cold War. It's like, dude, you have more than 10,000 nukes. Like, we good. You can delete the whole planet. You do not need to go to 40,000 nukes, which again, apparently people are saying that's the reduced count. They were going full cuckoo more than that. I'm starting to understand that. It's like, we were really crazy. So this is the tragic part of it. Tragic. So this was my presentation on this AI's collateral damage. It's no longer just like hee hee ha ha. It's like all of us destroyed. Hopefully you have liked it, learned from it. In that case, please click the like button, share it amongst your friends. That will help me a lot. If you didn't like it, didn't enjoy it, I urge you to press dislike, press it twice to show me extra disappointment. Please leave a comment because I do try to reply to all of them. If you've enjoyed it, click the hype button. Please press subscribe, press the bell icon if you're free. And as always, thanks for watching.